What is up, guys? Today I'll be sharing 3 easy tips you can start implementing right after this video to get more Instagram story views. Let's get into it. Kylerolson here, back with another video on Instagram growth. I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, and for those of you who haven't been to my channel before, I help you grow your influence and monetize your personal brand using social media. So if you're interested in videos like this, I post them multiple times a week, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. So what do I have for the 3 tips for you on how to get more views on your Instagram stories? For the first tip, you're gonna wanna be using hashtags in every one of your Instagram story posts. You might have heard of this before, but I actually have a little bit of a different method for going about this. See, when I first figured out how to do this and was taught how to do it, I was doing it how everybody else does it. You take, up to 10 hashtags, put them in your story, and then you make the hashtags as small as you can so nobody can see it. So you take your 2 fingers and just squeeze down the hashtags so that they were very tiny and nobody could see the hashtags, but supposedly they're supposed to still work as hashtags. Well, when I did this, I wasn't getting really any results. Like, I didn't get any extra views. My stories weren't showing up on the hashtag stories, and for some reason I thought I was like Instagram story hashtag banned, if that's a thing. But then I figured out a new method for going about this. What I do, I set up my hashtags normally within my Instagram story posts. So how I go about this is I do 1 hashtag with the hashtag sticker, and then I do about 2 to 3 more hashtags just using the text box. And I found that this works a lot better than doing all the way up to the 10 hashtags that you're allowed. And so once I have these hashtags on the screen, instead of minimizing them like a lot of people say to do, I actually just take the hashtags and drag them off the side of the screen. So when I've been doing this compared to minimizing them, I've been getting a lot more views, and I've actually been showing up for the hashtag stories a lot more. I recommend using smaller, more specific hashtags rather than, like the huge hashtags that people use that have millions of posts within them. I recommend doing the smaller ones because then you have a higher chance of showing up. And so yeah, guys, this is what I do. I just swipe them off to the side with every Instagram story post I have. I get more views that way, and it just works great. So one thing I do want to let you know is, like, not every time you're gonna show up for a hashtag story. Like, that just doesn't happen. But doing it this way, it really gives you more of a chance of that happening and more of a chance of getting more views and then new followers because of that. So it really works well, and I recommend you do it on every single Instagram story post. For the second tip, you're gonna wanna be using geotags or location tags every time you post an Instagram story. When you do this, you show up under these geotags for your story, and it can lead to more views, and then you can also get new followers from that as well. And a nice thing is, like, you can use the same method that I mentioned in tip number 1. So when you put the geotag on, if you don't want it to show up, you can just take it and put it off to the side of the screen. So it's really simple, and I recommend doing the geotag of where you're actually at. So say you go to a restaurant or something, put the geotag of where you're at. And if you don't want to do that, you can actually do random geotags as well, and you can show up for those. So it's another quick and easy method for getting those extra Instagram story views. It's really simple. All you have to do is just post wherever you're at, the geotag, and if you don't want it to show up on your story, you can do just like the hashtags, just swipe it off to the side of the screen, and then you're good. And not a lot of people are using this method right now. Like, your competitors might not be, so why not be taking advantage of it? It doesn't show up, so it doesn't hurt to put it on. It's something you should be taking advantage of. For the third and final tip, it's a very simple but effective tip. What you're gonna wanna do is just post Instagram stories more often. Now, when you do this, you actually start to show up farther left on your followers' Instagram story feeds. So say you're posting multiple times a day, you're gonna show up farther to the left. But if you're posting just once a day and the rest of their followers are posting multiple times, you're gonna be so far to the right that they're not even gonna get to your stories, and you're not gonna get all the views that you could be getting. So what I found works best, and what I do is I do multiple posts a day. I try to go from about 3 to 5 posts a day, and you know, I space them out about every 3 to 4 hours. So works really well for me, and then you know, that way I show up farther on the left, get more views, and then if people do like my stories, like if I'm posting high quality stories and people like them and they enjoy them and want to see more of my stories, they're going to continue to click on my stories, and then I'll have more views in the long term as well. So works really great. It's a really simple concept, and yeah, you should try that out as well. Plus, I'm going to give you guys a bonus tip today. So another thing you're going to want to do for more Instagram story views is post more engaging stories. So you can do this by using questions or polls in your stories. And you know, like, people really love this because they get to actually engage with you, you know, and you get to engage with your followers. So they like that one-on-one engagement, and it just makes them more invested in your stories and more likely to click on them if, you know, they feel like they're able to engage more with you. Alright guys, that's all I have for tips for today's video, and now you can start implementing these tips combined together right away in every single one of your Instagram story posts. And you know, you're gonna start getting those extra views and then hopefully get some new followers from that as well. So guys, go ahead, start using it, and let me know how it goes. Now, if you guys did get any value from this video, or if you learned something new, please leave a like. It really does help out my channel. And then subscribe to my channel if you want more videos just like this one on how to grow your influence and monetize your personal brand. As always guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.